There is nothing better than making fun of bigots. And unfortunately for mankind today, there's bigotry still going on around. As just today, Jaden Ivey, a basketball player, ended up posting a video making some homophobic comments and calling out the NBA for supporting LGBTQ. And I want to go ahead and talk about it. I'm your host, Seb, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and let's go ahead and dive into this. Now, in case you guys are wondering what the exact comments were made, I'm not going to go ahead and post a clip here, but I will tell you that what Jaden Ivey said was something along the lines of, oh, the NBA is promoting or LGBTQ here, LGBTQ there on billboards everywhere. And how can they say this when the NBA is unrighteousness? Why are they promoting unrighteousness? And for those statements, I want to say, Jaden, you are an absolute clown. Because I guess I don't understand what the point you're trying to make here. You can say that maybe the NBA is saying LGBTQ here, but they're not actually doing something. Like maybe that's a fair criticism to make. I'm not saying that as a reality. I'm just saying it would make sense if it came from a standpoint of here's what they're doing, but they're being hypocritical. But the whole video, he's just calling out how LGBTQ isn't right and how it's unrighteous. And I just thought, like, this guy's a jokester. Like, why is he making this video? And it really sucks because what I've been seeing in the response to what Jaden Ivey said is that apparently this isn't the first thing he said this weekend, that over the past couple of days, he's been doing live streams where he's been saying some unhinged shit and just acting a little bit weird. And so people are saying that like maybe he's just having like one of those mental episodes. And I really hope that that's the case. But it doesn't excuse what the words he's saying and what he's doing, because at the end of the day, the statements that he's making are wrong. Before I get any further, I do want to make a quick statement about how the community has received Jaden's statements, because the big thing when it comes to people talking about politics and their opinions is that some certain fans like to tell players, oh, well, you should just stick to basketball, or like, I used to like you, man. You should just keep your word out of this. You don't know anything. Whenever people talk about anti-ICE or BLM or even like LGBTQ promotions, anything where people are standing up and using their platform to speak about positivity, things that we should be doing, you know, things that are supposed to better the world. And there's always this crowd that likes to call them out and say, you should just stick to your sport. You don't know what you're talking about. And to that I say, like, fuck you. Like, you don't know what you're saying, because these people are just using their platforms and speaking about their opinion. And I think that that is something that should be more encouraged and more people should do, because if you really do believe in something and you think that your voice can make a difference for the better, then that is something that we need as a society, because people need to know that there's people in power that have some sense of power that actually do care for our well-being as a whole. But soapbox over. What I wanted to say is that whenever it comes to religion, that these are always weird discussions to be having, because you want to be respectful of somebody's religion, but I think there's also a point where you can't hide behind religion to just be a bigot. In case you guys don't know what a bigot is, it's basically somebody who is transphobic, homophobic, or racist, just somebody who's got a warped sense of reality and they make fun of people or try to poke like fun at them just because they're different from the status quo, when in reality everybody's just, you know, being a human. And there's nothing wrong with being gay or being trans or being a different skin color. Like none of that is wrong. And bigots are the people that try to prey on that. And I hate when people try to tie that into religion, because that's never been the case. Like the thing that's on my mind right now is Christianity, because there's a whole culture war inside of what it means to be Christian and like what you should be doing because of it. And people have this warped sense of reality that being a good Christian means that, oh, God doesn't want us to be gay. Oh, God doesn't want guys to wear skirts and girls to wear like biker coats. Like everybody has to stick to what it means to be a male, what it means to be a female, because that's how God created us. When in reality, God never says that. Like in the Bible is the thing that they love to quote. There's never been a scripture that says, oh, guys can't wear skirts. Oh, girls can't do this, you know, etc. The only thing that I've known to always be true in my life growing up as a Catholic is that we are supposed to love our neighbor. And that's that. There is no, you love your neighbor except if they don't if they don't look like you, except if they're XYZ, you know. It's never been the case. And so I hate when people try to use that as an excuse, because it's not true. And on top of that, as a Catholic, we're supposed to follow the word of the Catholic Church and the Pope. These are the closest things to God that we can get. And when they're out here saying, hey, maybe what we're doing is wrong. Like maybe we shouldn't be homophobic. Hey, maybe we shouldn't be supporting ICE and all of these things, right? Like that's what's coming from the very tippity top, the people that we have already accepted as being the closest to God. And then people are saying, oh, well, they're actually wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. Well, you didn't say that about the last few popes, but now you say it because we're in this huge political culture war where you don't want to be wrong and you want to support bigotry. And so in order to defend yourself, you're going to hide behind religion like an actual coward. And I think that's wrong. And I hate that Jaden Ivey is doing the same thing because as a Christian, I hate when people use hate and hide it behind God. Like God is not a hateful person. He never has been. And I'm not saying that you guys have to be religious or God lovers or whatever. But if you are a God lover and a God supporter, then the big thing that is that there is no space for hate in religion or in Christianity religion for under God lovers. And so it just really sucks to see. And I just can't believe it. I do hope that whatever's going on with Jaden Ivey, that he gets the help that he needs, because clearly from the statements that he's been making and has made over the weekend, he's not in a good mental health spot right now. And hopefully he can learn from this and be a better person from it. I don't wish him any harm or whatever. I just hope that he goes and seeks some help or somebody gets him to seek that help. That would be very cool. And it'd be awesome to see his growth in a year from now. But at the time of recording this, I do want to say that he was a basketball player for the Chicago Bulls, but since his statements have come out, he's been waived. When I first looked at this article, he hadn't been waived yet, but I believe this happened very recently, like within the last 20 minutes. And so shout out to the Chicago Bulls for doing that. And I'm glad that they're not standing behind his statements because I think that would be very wrong. Very sad to see because obviously now he's unemployed, but like I said, I hope he gets better and learns from this, and hopefully we can see a better Jaden Ivey moving forward. But wow, what a crazy statement to be making. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.